What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, I seen this video. It was recommended to me and I thought it was very interesting. So I was like, let me check it out. Let me see. Being black in Sweden, of course, as y'all know, got a lot of love, and a lot of my subscribers are from Sweden. So, and I feel like this was something that I needed to check out, get a different variety, different aspect, different point of views about different countries, But I seen this video and there's another one I want to check out just to see different people's perspective and, just from their point of view and how they see things and how it is for them. So we finna check this out. Y'all hit that subscribe button, send out more recommendations. Let's check it out.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Athena, and today I wanted to do a little different video. I wanted to talk about how it is like being black in Sweden. I do get this question a lot. Every time I mention that I was born and raised in Sweden, I get so many questions, and I just thought, let's just answer all of them in one video. So like I said, I was born and raised in Sweden. I do currently live in Los Angeles right now, but I did spend my very first 20 years in life in Sweden. Just a quick disclaimer, I just want to say that my experience will definitely not be the same as someone else. This is in no way me saying that this is how it's like being black in Sweden. Definitely not. These are just my own experiences and how it was like for me.
Okay. And I think there's another girl, I think she currently lives in Sweden, so this would be two good point of views to kind of look at.
Definitely not. These are just my own experiences and how it was like for me. So I just want to answer a couple of questions that I always get, and the first and most asked question I always get is, are there black people in Sweden? Yes, there are black people in Sweden. There is this stereotype that everyone thinks that there's just blondes and blue-eyed people in Sweden. That is not the case. There are black people. There's honestly just like a mix between everyone. There's Muslims, there's Asians, like there are a mix between a lot of different races. So no, there's not just blondes and blue eyes that lives in Sweden. If you're from a smaller town or like a smaller city, of course there's probably not going to be as many, but if you're in Stockholm, that's the capital. If you're in Stockholm or if you're in a bigger city, yes, there will be black people there. You're definitely not alone.
So pretty much Stockholm, you're probably going to see everybody, every nationality and everything.
A bigger city, yes, there will be black people there. You're definitely not alone. The school I went to, yeah, sure, there were not a lot of black people that went to that school, but like in general in the city, yes, there are black people. So yes, that is always the first question I get, and I'm like, there are black people there. Second question I always get is, do people stare at you just because you're black?
Oh, I think I asked that question. I think I asked the question with my first video or few videos of Sweden. It was either Sweden or some other country that I did. I was like, wait, there's black people there? I think, I'm guilty. I think I did say that. I just can't remember what country it was I said that to.
Second question I always get is, do people stare at you just because you're black? This is honestly like with the same as the first question. No. I mean, I promise Swedes have seen different races before. They have seen black people. So me personally, no, I definitely don't think that they stare at me. I've never ever felt like someone is looking at me just because I'm black. Maybe they're looking at me for a different reason. I don't know, but Swedes in general are very like reserved. We don't like to have eye contact with each other. We don't like being close to each other. No. So yeah, I definitely don't think they stare.
She definitely is a Swede, but I just feel like, it ain't even the point of just being black white people. But I think, just from my experience, just doing these videos, I feel like I have a lot of people been friendly to me. So I think that's a good
close
thing.
To each other. So yeah, I definitely don't think they stare. Maybe if you would speak English and you were black, maybe they would look at you a little bit extra because they're thinking like, oh, they're not from Sweden. I wonder where they're from. But me, I mean, I speak Swedish and I'm just black. I definitely don't think that they stare. I promise they have seen black people before. Yeah. I've had some cases where like actually children have like looked at me, and then I can hear them telling their parents like, oh, look at her, she's brown. But honestly, for me, that's like, perfect. Now you've seen a black person.
Yeah. But that's how kids are. Kids are because kids haven't seen everything, you know, so they're gonna be shocked at every new thing or every different thing they see. And kids, they're just blunt. They're gonna tell you, like, they're gonna let you know if you ugly. They're gonna let you know if you smell good, if you stink. Kids are gonna let you know, because kids, they have no filter. They just gonna let you know whatever.
But honestly, for me, that's like, perfect. Now you've seen a black person. They definitely don't stare at you because you're black. Well, at least for me. I'm not going to say definitely, because again, these are just my own experiences. But from my own experiences, no, they don't look at me just because I'm black. Another question I always get is, are Swedish people racist, or are Sweden a racist country? First of all, this is a super hard question for me to answer, because I can't speak for 10 million people. But yes, there are racist people in Sweden. Same thing as there are racist people here in the States.
Exactly.
Same thing as there are racist people in Australia, in Canada. I mean, unfortunately, there are racist people everywhere. So can I say that Sweden is a racist country? Me personally, I wouldn't say that it's a racist country. I mean, have I gotten ignorant comments before? Have I gotten like racist comments, I guess? I mean, yes, I have, but I feel like it's just from like uneducated people that honestly that
I don't even be doing nothing wrong. I get negative comments. Everybody, I see some other YouTubers get negative comments. It's just negative people gonna give you negative comments. It's like, if you got something negative, get off the computer, my guy, my girl. Whatever you doing, stay off the computer. Like, I didn't have to see that comment. Like, you didn't have to type that. You wasted 10 seconds of your life to type something I did not care about. You know?
But I feel like it's just from like uneducated people that honestly that ask those questions. For example, some ignorant comments I have received is definitely the one where they're like, where are you from? And whenever someone asks me where I'm from, I always say the city I'm from in Sweden. So I'm like, yeah, I'm from the city in Sweden. And they're like, no, but where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from this city in Sweden. Yeah. And they're like, no, but where are you actually from? Like, where are your parents from? And I'm like, oh, you want to know where my parents are from? Well, yeah, they're from this city and they're from this city. And they're like, oh, okay, perfect. So I'm like, were you asking like where I'm from or where my parents are from? Like, I just hate that question, because it's just like, why can't you just be satisfied with me saying I am from Sweden? But honestly, this question, I don't only get it in Sweden. I get it here in the States too. Every time I say I am from Sweden, everyone, literally everyone will reply back and they're like, are you from Sweden? Like, no, you're not from Sweden. Where are you from? You're not from Sweden. And I'm like, that's where I was born and raised. Like, why are you not just satisfied with a black person saying that they are from Sweden? So like that, it's just not only in Sweden. I do get that honestly everywhere. Every time I get this question, it's like, no, you're not from Sweden. It honestly got to a point where someone would ask me where I'm from. I would reply back with, do you want to know where I'm from or where I'm from? Because it's like, I don't even know what you want to know. And this has nothing to do with me.
That's another one. That's what like with me, especially like when I just like, say for instance, me coaching and stuff, or when I play basketball and other people are like, hey, where you from? I'll tell them, they'll be like, where is that at? So I definitely used to it, because I'm from a small town in Texas, and people main thing will be, where is that at? I'll have to tell them, oh, it's about this. They'll be like, look at me crazy. It's like, in Texas, everybody know where Dallas is. So you tell them, oh, I'm just this far from Dallas. They'd be like, oh, okay, I know where that is. Okay, now that makes sense, you know. So where you from? That's it. That is a tough question, because it's like, some people will still look at you crazy even when you tell them.
Not being proud of like where my parents are from, not at all. Like, that is not it. It's just very frustrating that they just can't accept the answer, I am from Sweden, just because I am black. But yeah, so that's one ignorant comment I have received. Another one, I mean, it's maybe not a comment, but I just absolutely hated when I was younger when people would compare their skin tone to mine. So whenever they went on, let's say, vacation, or they have been somewhere where it's warm and then they get back and they're very tanned, and they would compare their arm to my arm, and they would be like, look at my arm, I'm so brown, or I'm so black as Athena. And I'm just like, first of all, no, you're not. Like, why don't you just compare yourself to one of your white friends? Like, why would you compare yourself to me that's not even the same color to begin with? I remember that was really frustrating when I was younger. Now, today, I mean, my friends would never, ever say a comment like that. I feel like it's just more, unfortunately, younger people that are just uneducated. But yeah, so that question, I hated. Another thing is when I was younger, people would touch my hair. And this is just so not okay. I hated it so much. And the thing is with like, whenever someone would ask if they can touch my hair, they wouldn't even wait for a reply because obviously I would have said no.
Already.
But they would be like, oh, can I touch your hair? And then they just touch it. It's like, stop touching me. Like, get away from me. I do not want you to touch my hair.
All right, that's the one of those main things. You can't do that, especially like my hair growing out right now. But, you know, if it's growing out like this, I might, if somebody has to, I might let. But if I cut my hair and I got my waves going, you can't touch the waves. You can't touch the tsunamis.
It's like, stop touching me. Like, get away from me. I do not want you to touch my hair. That was very frustrating when I was younger. Today, I mean, now I have like straighter hair than I had. So, I mean, I don't think that anyone would ask to touch my hair today. But again, I remember I thought that was very like frustrating when I was younger. I honestly feel like it is the parents' responsibility to teach their children that everyone is not the same. You will see different races. There are Black people out there. There are, you know, a mix between all different races. And honestly, like the parents have to teach their children to not, you know, like to not say these ignorant comments. Do not compare yourself to someone that doesn't look.
I mean, most times, usually kids repeat stuff too. So most time the parents are already saying, then the kids just
like to not say these ignorant comments. Do not compare yourself to someone that doesn't look like you. Do not compare yourself to anyone. Like there are skinny people, there are fat people, there are tall people, there are, you know, short people, small, large. It's just like, just stop comparing yourself to someone that does not look like you. Stop comparing yourself to anyone because we're all different. And like the ignorant comments, I feel like it's mostly from like children. Of course, there will be like racist adults too, but they are just a lost cause. I'm just like, I just can't even deal with them. Yeah. Do I feel safe as a Black woman in Sweden? I do. And again, like I just want to like mention this, that these are just my own experiences. This is just how I feel. I feel very, you know, safe and secure in Sweden. Of course, I mean, first of all, I'm a woman. Like women, unfortunately, are not safe anywhere. So, I mean, I wouldn't walk alone at night at 3 a.m. Of course not. But I wouldn't do that here.
I'm a man and I wouldn't do that. I don't trust people.
I wouldn't walk alone at night at 3 a.m. Of course not, but I wouldn't do that here either. So, do I feel safe in Sweden as a Black person? I do. I honestly, I love Sweden. If you ask anyone, they will say like, oh yeah, Athena is like the biggest Sweden lover ever. I am like, honestly, I love Sweden so much. And that's where all of my friends and family are. That is where I want to build my own family someday. That is where I want to live when I was going to say when I grow up. And I'm like, you are a grown person. But yeah, I am currently living in Los Angeles now, but I do want to move back to Sweden honestly very soon, because that is just the country I love. And
that's nice. That's nice. I wonder if she already moved. I don't know how old it is. I think this video like a year or so ago, so she might have already moved.
Honestly, very soon, because that is just the country I love and I want to spend the rest of my life in. I definitely recommend everyone to visit Sweden if you have a chance. I would say go in the summer, not in the winter, because it's very cold and it's snowing, and you know, don't go in the winter time, but definitely in the summer. It's just a beautiful country and I can't wait to go back there. So these are just the questions I normally get. People are very interested in how it is like being Black in Sweden. So I just thought, let's just do a video on it. But yes, I really hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I was gonna say comment, rate, and subscribe. That's what I said when I had my old channel 10 years ago. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Okay. So I ain't gonna lie, I was interested in knowing, you know, cause I mean down here, that's why I figured that it's no different. Like people gonna make their own decisions. People gonna hate and love what they want, different things like that. And It's just really like there's nothing you can do about a grown person making a decision. You know, that's up to them if they gonna hate you or love you. You know, for me, I feel like there's no room for hate in my heart. You know, but I can't speak that for everybody. You know, that's why I love everybody. I try to be friendly to everybody. Be kind. That's why kindness is important, no matter how you look. Like she said, it's not even got nothing like to do with color. Like if a person is, you know, tall, short, skinny, fat, whatever they are, like that's no room for you to just hate that person just because. Like I have fun doing reaction, but if I do a video, I'm unaware of that. I still get rude comments from people. It's like, well, you try doing this, you know, like people are gonna be rude. People are gonna be ignorant all the time. You know, like I do these things. Sometimes I'm learning something new each day just doing reaction, but somebody else can see it. Oh, why you doing it? You know, so but spread the love, not hate. Spread kindness. You know, be kind to one another. Be understanding. I think being understanding one of the main things though, because most people we just expect people to think like us, and that's not the case. You know, but definitely was interested. That was pretty good. I feel like she didn't bash Sweden or nothing. She loved it, you know. So no matter what color you are, like she said, the size you are, like she loved her hometown. She loved her home country. She loved the place. So that's always good. She's representing, even though she's in Los Angeles right now, she's still representing strong. But definitely enjoyed that one. Y'all make sure y'all send me those recommendations. Let me know what you think in the comments. I think that would be pretty cool. Definitely be interested to see what y'all think in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. Hey, y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.